not like to have the continuity of respect.
I would not like to.
I'm talking about the feeling, of course, not in terms of expression. Yeah. So this clarification is required that I am talking about the feeling of respect, okay, and not the expression of respect. Okay. This expression of respect may be time to time, but you want to ensure this feeling of respect with continuity. So, yeah, I am talking about the feeling.
On this continuity aspect, I'm just thinking through.
Yes.
So I feel that when I would feel for respect when I'm with my family, from my family. Similarly, even on the physical aspect, physical facilities part also, I would feel the need of the car when I'm on the journey or when I'm traveling somewhere. As soon as the car's work stops, when I'm away and I don't need to travel, I may not feel the need for the car. Similarly, when I'm away from my family, I feel that I will not feel the need of respect. They are away. I don't know, then I find some discontinuity there, especially on respect.
You see, even when you are away from your family, okay, what is your expectation? That your children, your wife, all these people have a feeling of respect for you? Or you don't mind whether they have feeling of respect or
If you look from that angle, then I think that even the feeling of wanting a car is still continuing. Because I may feel that just now I don't need a car. So I may feel that I don't need a car. But I still have in me that when I go back I need that car. So I still maintain it with me. So this continuity is also still there in me when it comes to physical facilities. I do not know how to distinguish between the two.
Yeah, what I am saying is that this food or the car, you want to have this car, make use of it as and when it is necessary, or you want it in continuity. This is one question I am asking. The other question I am asking is that when it comes to feeling, you want to ensure the continuity in feeling, or you want to have it temporarily? That is a simple question to ask. So here, the expression of the feeling may be, temporary, for example, and it will be temporary because you are making use of the body in the process. So when I see you and I say hello, this saying hello is a very temporary activity. But that conveys to you that I continue to have a feeling of respect for you. Right? If for some reason I don't say hello to you when we meet in the morning on our way walking, what happens? Then your whole day is spoiled. You keep thinking, what happened? Why didn't he wish me? It is that he has no more respect for me. Right? So this expression is temporary, but that feeling, that expression is conveying you the feeling. There you want continuity in the feeling. So if he has not said hello to you, your whole day is wasted because you think that now he no more has a feeling of respect for me. And in the evening you realize, when you meet him again and ask him why did he wish him, he would say, I didn't even see you, I was busy, occupied by something else. So I couldn't even see you. Then you feel very relaxed. So he still continues to have feeling of respect. So there, you want continuity. If there is any break in the continuity, you feel trouble. On the other hand, here, you don't want continuity. If continuity is maintained, it will become intolerable. So that is the difference. That at one level, the level of physical facility, you want temporality. If you try to make it continuous, it will become troublesome for you. At the level of feeling, at the level of happiness, you want continuity of it. If the continuity is broken, you are in trouble. So I find, that example we keep taking. One fellow got a SMS saying, there is a person like you who is doing so great things and who is serving people and so many things, 8, 10 things he wrote. You're so great and this and that. Then at the end he wrote, and there is a person like me who is telling lie after lie. Now what is the problem? The problem is that all that respect, which was built in the first 8 sentences, right, is suddenly quenched. The whole interpretation has changed. You want that kind of discontinuity? So that is the difference. Similarly, from your side, when you are trying to ensure feelings, right, you want to ensure it this, with continuity for others. When it comes to physical facility, I will make it available to him as and when he requires. So here I will have to do it temporarily. Here I will have to do it with continuity. So this is one difference, that we can see. The other important difference is that when you talk about the food, it is quantitative in nature and it is required in a limited quantity. What do you think? You will eat food in a limited quantity, unlimited quantity. Anybody who can eat food in unlimited quantity? So you can talk about the need of the food, right? Half kg of food, 1 kg of food, and so on, right? But when we talk about respect, about happiness, right? You cannot talk about the quantity. It is basically qualitative in nature. It is in the form of feeling. So you cannot talk about half kg of respect. Either the feeling of respect is there or it is not there. So it is in the form of feeling. It is qualitative in nature. And if you try to fulfill this, you can see what you require to ensure happiness, ensure respect, is right understanding and right feeling. And what is required to ensure the fulfillment of this is some physiochemical things. This is very interesting to understand. That if the need of happiness, the need for respect is to be fulfilled, what is required is the right understanding and right feeling. Okay. If the need of the food is to be ensured, you need some physiochemical things. Let's see what is the meaning of it. For you, the respect is required, food is required. Both are required, or you can do away with any one of them. Both are required. If you go to somebody's house, right? He gives you a lot of respect, you know. He welcomes you and all, and gives you no food. 1 or 2 days you can still sell, you know. But ultimately the food will be required. On the other hand, if he gives you a lot of food, no respect, will it work? So he makes very good food, you know, serves it, right? But while giving, he just gives a push, le kha le. Eat it. You know, just pushed it towards you. Eat it. Will you prefer to eat or not? What do you think? Will you prefer to eat it or you will not prefer to eat it? Yeah. So you will eat it with bad feeling. So that is it. For you both are required, right? This is required, respect is required, food is also required. Right? If I give you food and not respect, you will be in trouble. If I give lot of respect, no food, you will be in trouble. Right? So this right feeling and right understanding is also required, and physiochemical things are also required. This cannot ensure this. This cannot ensure this.
I would prefer the second one, because the second one will say, although the honor is harsh.
He's kind-hearted. There are people who are harsh in nature, but very kind-hearted.
Yeah, but then this kind-hearted is a feeling, right? This kind-heartedness is some feeling which is being conveyed to you. And very interesting, you know, all these things, the moment you have all this at the background, now you can study yourself, study your behavior of other human beings, right? All that can be seen. That as a human being, this part is essential for you. This part is also essential for you. Right? And human being is coexistence of this and this, therefore this has to be ensured, this has to be ensured. What do you think? Both of them have to be ensured? Or you can do away with any one of them? This block on the right side so this is the block, the left block, this is the right block, okay, and the human being is coexistence of this as well as this. Now you ask yourself whether this is necessary for you or not. This is necessary for you or not? And you need to ensure both this block?
Yes.
Or you can do away with any one of them? Fine. Now are you taking care of both? Or you are largely focusing on this? So you can see that, you know, what we had discussed yesterday, living only with physical facility and thinking that if I have this, it will be taken care of. is what I am calling as living as with animal consciousness. For human beings, this is important, this is also important. I have to ensure this, I also have to ensure this. I have to ensure the fulfillment of both. That was the meaning when we said right understanding and right feeling required for the self, physical facility required for the body. Right? So this is what is reiterated here. Or if you understand this, you can reconstruct this, what we have discussed yesterday.
Well, I understand that we need happiness, and that that's something that we should work to ensure. I'm getting stuck on the idea of respect, because that to me seems like something that's external, and that it seems like if we're seeking to get respect from something outside of ourselves, then we will always be disappointed. So I understand that we need this feeling, this internal feeling, but it seems like that is dependent on someone else. The way we're talking about.
Yeah, that is true. That the issue of respect, if you are trying to get it from somebody outside, okay, then you are not sure of it, whether the continuity will ever be maintained or not maintained. Right? But in terms of your expectation, what is your expectation? To be in relationship, like, to have the feeling of respect in relationship with continuity or with discontinuity. So I am first talking in terms of the expectation. Right? Then we will also talk in terms of the fulfillment. Okay. So if one talks about it in terms of the fulfillment, one could realize that I can ensure this in myself. Okay. What is that? Right understanding and right feeling. So when it comes to ensuring this or fulfillment of this expectation, I can start doing it with myself first. If I have this in myself, and which I can ensure, then I will also have this feeling for others. So the ensuring process would be to begin with oneself. This I have studied, the existing situation, right, in terms of the expectation. So unfortunately what is happening is that your expectation is to ensure continuity of respect from others, but are we doing it ourselves? If you just turn it around, then you would realize that while you are seeking respect, right, with continuity, are we having feeling of respect continuously? No. So where do we begin? We begin with ourselves, right? We begin with right understanding and right feeling in oneself, then sharing with others. So if this is required, I have to make the beginning. Okay. If I am doing it, I am not now dependent on others. This right understanding is something which becomes a property of my own, right? Something, this right feeling will become a right, it will become a property of my own. I am not dependent on the other. But when I have this, I certainly share with others. So then the whole situation will change. What is happening today is everybody is seeking respect, right? But nobody seems to have the feeling of respect. As a result, everybody is begging for respect, and everybody's bowel is empty. तो सभी भिखमंगे की तरह हो गए हैं ना, दूसरे से भीख मांग रहे हैं सम्मान की और अपना कटोरा खाली है. But if we understand it correctly, what will happen? I will have the right understanding and right feeling. So I will have feeling of respect, for everyone. Because I have the feeling of respect, I will be willing to share with everyone. Right? So there is respect, feeling of respect in me, which I am willing to share with everyone. On the other hand, I know that if he does not have the right understanding, the other person will not have the feeling of respect. Therefore, I am not seeking respect from him. But I am certainly having the respect, feeling of respect for everyone. Therefore, I am having the feeling and I am willing to share. On the other hand, I am not dependent on the feeling from him, because I know if he does not have the understanding, he will not have the right feeling. Right. So that way, I am not dependent on the other, okay, seeking this feeling of respect. But certainly, I am having this feeling of respect, and I am willing to share this respect with everyone, around me. So that is where it will end up, if I go in this right direction. But what I did, to begin with, is that if you look at any one of us, we are looking for food, we are also looking for respect. Right? And the contrast difference between these two is this is required temporarily and this is required continuously. This difference is important to understand, because what we tend to do, we try to ensure this part on the basis of this. What you are doing, you are trying to get respect from car. Right? You are getting respect on the basis of your clothes. Right? This is temporary in nature, this is continuous in nature. So this cannot be used for ensuring this continuity. That is one contrast which has to be understood very clearly. Right? However hard you try here and how much you accumulate here, this will not necessarily lead to the fulfillment of this. The example I just took, you go with an exclusive dress to a party, right? Welcome. If you go to a party with an exclusive dress, you go with the expectation that you will get respect. What do we get? Respect or feeling of jealousy? So what you are doing, you did it with the feeling of getting respect. What you end up doing is creating feeling of jealousy. So a lot of people are disturbed. Next time they come with exclusive dress and you get disturbed. Right? and you go on multiplying this, right? And that is what is happening. Yeah, so look at this. Yeah, there is one question.
As a student, I was meant to be a mystic. That's my right, or natural acceptance. Right in front of us, we can see the two different colors of piece of cloth, but with a natural acceptance that both are white. On that too, we have taken one that is the color of tube light. That is also white. So, though our Guruji is in third board, I'm still in the first board itself. That's in right understanding, relationship, and physical facility. Along with my busy academic schedule, I could not give more time, but this cannot make me that much clear that how can I transform myself into the human consciousness, because I cannot deny myself being in the animal consciousness also, because physical facility is necessary for my body, which is ultimately necessary to myself, because I cannot say that I'm happy, myself is happy without food in my stomach. Thank you.
Yeah, so you see, if you look at this bigger circle, it includes this smaller circle. It does not exclude it. We are not saying don't have physical facility. We are saying if you have to live like a human being, you have to live in this bigger circle, which also includes the smaller circle. So certainly physical facility is required. But only physical facility is not enough. And that is what we are trying to explain. This right side is ensuring physical facility. This left side is ensuring right understanding and right feeling. For human being, this is required and this is required. Both are required. We are not saying only this will do. We are also not saying only this will do. Right? For human being, the human being which is coexistence of self, I and the body, this part is important, this part is also important. Therefore, we have to ensure both. We are not undermining the importance of this. Right? And we are saying you cannot undermine the importance of this also. What we are doing in the modern civilization is we are trying to work on this with the assumption that if this is taken care of, this will be taken care of, which is not happening. Right? By having physical facility, you cannot ensure continuity of happiness. You cannot ensure continuity of respect. Right? And if you try doing this, okay, you get into trouble right here. Right? Like when you try to get respect from clothes, okay, your need for clothes seems to be undefined, right? Unlimited. And that is why you are going on accumulating so many pairs of clothes which you don't even need, right? So when you can see this and this both separately, and you realize that this is required, therefore both of them are required and I must need to fulfill both of them. Right? Then only the fulfillment of human being can take place. Not either left or right. One-sided will not do. You have to have the both sides, right? This and this. And what you are doing today? What do you think? You are taking care of both, or you are largely focusing on the right side, with the assumption that the left will be taken care of automatically. What do you think?
Actually, I was focused mainly on that right side body, but I think in order to maintain myself, body is necessary for me.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that omit this. Keep it intact, okay? Keep this body and the physical facility required for the body, all that is required. But is that enough? Or the right side is also required? Think about it. Yes. Okay, I think we'll break or come back at 11:30 and continue with the discussion. Take your questions. Why is small?